Hello friends and welcome to the channel. May I start by saying if you enjoyed today's video, please consider hitting the subscribe button and dropping a like, as it helps me out a lot and YouTube will forward me to more viewers. I will then be able to create more content as my channel grows. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Today we are covering the combat shooter Deadside and where it currently stands mid-2021. The best way to describe the game is a cross between Escape from Tarkov and the bandit mission elements from the DayZ Epoch mod from Arma 2. Deadside is currently in early access alpha and any features depicted in this video are subject to change and may or may not reflect the final product. That said, it is the current features that we can test right now that I will be covering today. The game uses the Unreal Engine and I have to say looks amazing. The terrain, lighting, ambience tick all the boxes for me. A lot of the time and effort has gone into making it a visual treat for your eyeballs. The volumetric lighting, ambient occlusion and specular highlights all help bring everything to life. And the best part is that the game is optimised so well that most PCs mid to low range should still get up to 60 frames with hardly any stuttering or frame drops. This is something you don't tend to see often in early access, however the devs really know how to keep it running smoother than a porn star's whisker biscuit. The map and exact geological location is yet to be confirmed, but it is highly likely to be some Soviet Eastern European country based on the names of the towns and the Russian speaking AI traders. It is also a location that is subject to civil unrest due to the high presence of AI scav and military patrols. So what is the point of the game? In a nutshell, you start off with some basic starter loot and you have to gear up from towns or take on the many AI patrols and loot their bodies to better arm yourself. Collect as much as you can and then sell your wares to the AI traders located at either the top or the bottom of the map. The money earned from this will give you better chance to buy higher quality weapons to take on the random mission spawns that appear in the game. The AI traders are located in safe areas so other players cannot hurt you. This is a good way for you to meet new people without worrying about getting into conflict, but be aware some players like to camp the safe zone exits and will shoot you if you attempt to leave or exit them because they know you have items to sell or new bought items purchased from the trader. There are multiple missions to choose from. The military assault missions that range from easy, medium, hard and epic all offer different difficulty and rewards if you manage to complete them. You also have some easier cargo drop and helicopter crash missions where you can also find loot boxes. But be aware, mission areas are hot zones, not just for AI but for other players who may sit back and let you do all the hard work just to kill you when you are distracted with the loot crate. So it is always advised to work in a group and be aware of your surroundings. Not so much a mission, but there is a mobile trader that will spawn randomly in the map and he sells items you cannot buy from static traders. He will also pay double for items you want to sell, but won't always buy everything from you. The mobile trader is not found in a safe zone, so if other players find you, they can kill you. This makes it a higher risk but higher reward. I come for the graphics but stay because I was murdered by the AI. That's right, the AI in this game have been coded so well that I have never seen it in any other game. The thing is, creating a free thinking artificial intelligence is still a very hard thing to do because they are either going to act really dumb or are so smart that you won't be able to beat them. It's rare to find a middle ground for AI to work properly. In most shooter games, AI do not tend to have any sense of self-preservation. They won't run for cover or assess their options. They will just run out in the open and allow themselves to get rinsed out. Patrol routes are also easy to learn as they do not deviate or randomise from a set path. This is in a sense true in Deadside too, as AI patrols are usually always found on roads or gravel paths. However, this is the only time I can say that the AI in Deadside are predictable. The low-level scav patrols found on the road or small villages are generally easy to kill. They carry shotguns or low-end pistols and their aim can be pretty poor. but you should never underestimate them, because if you take too long or toy with them, they will run out of patience and headshot kill you. If you kill a scav from a long distance using a sniper rifle, the rest of his group won't snap around and know exactly where you are and return fire, killing you with a pistol at 900 yards. They will panic and run away completely disorientated, and will try to lose you in the trees or behind the summit of a hill. If you run into a squad in a town and you haven't opened fire on them, they will chase you into buildings, and if you do manage to kill one, the others will act more cautious and attempt to flank round the building and get a shot through a window or doorway opening. Military AI act completely different. They have body armour, better weapons and are more accurate with higher range. The sniper class AI will generally try to headshot you whenever they get a chance, so caution and planning is advised before going in guns blazing, because they will serve your arse to you if you get too cocky. The military AI are considerably more organised, as they will try to flank you, give you the impression they are running away into a forest, only to sneak up behind you when you lose sight of them. They are very unpredictable, and attempting the same scenario will always give you completely different results. So for me, the AI in Deadside is truly the best I've ever seen. There was even a time when a military AI killed me, and when I came back to claim my gear, that exact same AI was crouched down, camping over my dead body, literally waiting for me to return. I found this creepy, as this is the sort of thing real players do, and their strategic random thinking is what makes the AI far more superior to other games. It goes without saying, you have a better chance of surviving if you have better weapons and armour, as having no armour will mean you die quicker from less shots. However, head and face hitboxes work in the same way. In Deadside, if you or AI take a shot to the head, then it's lights out. None of this crap you see in other games where it takes 30 rounds to kill because your enemy is a higher XP than you. Gun is gun. Simple. You can kill a heavily armoured military AI or player with one shot to the face from a Makarov, and that's how it should be. You can heal from rags, bandages or craft specialised medical items for faster healing. You're also required to eat and drink. You can find food items at points of interest or buy them at the trader. However, the healing and eating is still pretty basic. In fact, Deadside as a whole is bare bones. While looting and completing missions is fun, there isn't all that much else to do to keep you engaged for a long period of time. Base building is in, but again it's still in its infancy. You are able to store items at both traders, which do not share the same universal storage. So if you store items at the South trader, you will not be able to recover them from the North trader. If you purchase the Supporter DLC pack, then you'll be given more trader storage. But if you fill up all your slots, then building a base is your next option. Speaking of base building, there are a few options available for crafting your base. Even though the crafting list is basic, there isn't any furniture or cosmetic items yet, and bases are raid proof unless you door camp someone and shoot them as they open up. But I hear the devs are working on getting base raiding mechanics ready in one of the updates coming soon. If you want it easy, you can join PvE servers. The game by default prevents you from taking damage from another player, and you can even get markers that tell you where other players are when you get close to them. But I feel this should only be used for learning the basics and getting a feel for the game, because let's be honest, playing on PvE servers is like going to a prostitute for a hug. Besides the ambient sounds, there are no animals in the game yet, so that means that there's no hunting, cooking, survival or any other mechanic. You cannot collect water from rivers, you cannot craft primitive weapons or do anything survival based that you can do in DayZ or Scum, so there is a lot of things needed to flesh out the game more. The next patch will include the first iteration of traps using grenade tripwires and C4 explosives. Vehicles are also due to come in, but the current map is too small to fully justify them. The devs are planning on expanding, which is needed because you can run from top to bottom, left to right within 10 minutes, and there is no stamina system to slow you down. When you die, you will be given a marker on the map to reclaim your gear. You'll generally be able to run to your corpse within 5 minutes, but you can choose a closer spawn if you trade in dog tags collected from bodies at the trader. Unlike Scum and DayZ, if you kill a player, you aren't able to completely strip them down and fill your Mary Poppins backpack with everything you find, because in Deadside, inventory space is limited, and you need to plan what gear you take out with you, as there is only a certain amount of slots in bags, and most backpacks will not let you place weapons in them unless you have the Stalker backpack. So returning to your body after a player kills you will usually mean you can still claim most of your possessions, unless the killer is camping your body only to shoot you again. Currently the development is slow. It takes months between patches, and this is probably because the dev team are very small and not a huge established studio. They did make an announcement saying they are planning on taking more staff to speed up development. However, at the moment players tend to wait for a big update, play for a while, get bored, and then wait for the next one. Hopefully with the bigger dev team they will be able to add more content regularly, because one update every 6 months is not acceptable. So all in all, Deadside is a fun little game to play short term. It's excellent for training yourself with shooting at enemies, a skill that can be carried over into other games. And as I stated, the AI are so well coded that you can never predict how they're going to react to you. But as a whole, the game is still very empty, and there's so many missing mechanics. But this is early access, so the game has a lot more to come. It has a lot of potential and is very fun to play, but you will run out of things to do when you get fully geared. So we will all have to wait and see where it takes us in the future. If you found this video useful, have any questions or feel I have missed anything, drop a comment below and I will try to cover it in my next video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you can get notified when I upload new content. My name is Alpha Gamer, and I will see you in the next one.